Hi, Jeff Schiavone, Scout Executive of the Miami Valley Council, coming at you today with a special edition of Keep the Flame, a spark session, if you will. And today I have a very special guest with us. It's Nathan Hopper. He's the Director of Field Service and Chief Operating Officer of the Buckeye Council, headquartered in Canton, Ohio, a place very near and dear to my heart. So from Southwest Ohio to Northeast Ohio, welcome, Nathan. How are you today?
Thanks, Jeff. I'm doing great. Appreciate the opportunity. Happy to send you well wishes from your very first district here in the Buckeye Council, the Sandy Beaver District, where you made your start. They still talk about you up here.
Well, you know, I guess as long as they don't say my name wrong, we're good. No, I miss that area, and that was a great territory. And it always strikes me as throughout Ohio and all my scouting days in Ohio, we have some great volunteers and some great folks working for scouting. And you guys have been very hard at work during our distance scouting period. You came out of the gate very quickly with an awesome tool for families. And we toyed around with creating something here in the Miami Valley Council to share out. And what we decided was, why reinvent something when there's something you guys like really have found lightning in the bottle with your HomeScouting program. And if you could just sort of walk me through this concept that you guys have and how it works, because I think it's really super as parents are at home right now, turning rooms into makeshift classrooms, as I've been saying. This could play a huge role in that partner in education and keep the flame, as we've been saying, going for scouting during our distance period.
Absolutely. So like a lot of councils, as the pandemic became what it has become, and we recognize that scouts, families, kids were not going to be able to participate in the usual ways, we immediately started brainstorming about how we can still deliver service to them and keep them engaged in scouting during this time. And one thing led to another, and that grew into the HomeScouting program, kind of a riff of homeschooling that we're all doing right now, a 6-week program that we launched on March 23rd that has a detailed curriculum of some simple required activities on a weekly basis and a whole bunch of additional activities that scouts can do to stay engaged during this time. And there's parts of it for Cub Scouts, Scouts BSA, and adults, whether they're just parents or they're registered leaders. And everybody who participates at the end will be able to earn an award that we've called the Spring Breakout Award.
Nice. Well, that's what I really like about it. I was reading the curriculum, and I'll bring it up here on the screen just briefly to show everybody. One of the things I really like about this is you guys thought this out well. Not only have you divided it out into weeks, and right now we're going to be entering week 3, and we'll talk about that in a moment, but I really like the fact that it's for everyone. You've thought of Cub Scouts, you've thought of Scouts BSA, and by the way, parents and leaders, there's things for you to do each week. And the one thing I really liked is week 1, you really started off with, like many of our programs and merit badges and offerings, we always start off with like the safety lesson. And this is no different as we're all entering into the cyber world. The Boy Scouts of America has some wonderful tools for online safety and to keep kids protected in a virtual environment. And you guys took that as a first step in saying, what do you need to do to be safe out there online, since everybody's going to be out there right now? So talk to me about how that evolved.
Well, you know, we had a lot of ideas about what we could do on the weekly curriculums, the activities that we would challenge scouts and adults to do. And again, and you just mentioned it, we're all online a lot right now, our kids especially. My 2 kids have spent more time engaging in online activities, whether that's for school, scouts, or for fun. And we wanted to take the tools that already exist and really put that Cyber Chip Award front and center, which every scout has to earn or recharge each year, and say, hey, let's start this with learning or relearning the best internet safety practices. And then for our adults to maybe take this opportunity to renew their youth protection training. We just thought that was an important way to start the program. And from there, we're building out into lots of other fun activities, but additionally, things that scouts are about. This week is Break Out Your Toolbox, where kids and adults can engage in a home repair project tuning up their bike for a springtime ride,
Nice. Nice.
and a variety of other things. Those are inclusive in the required activities, but we have lots of other additional activities to continue building something, utilizing tools. It connects to every Cub Scout level for an adventure as they will continue to work towards their ranks. Connects to Scouts for their merit badge program, and then for adults, we're challenging them to add additional skills to their toolbox this week with position-specific leader training.
Nice.
And next week is what I'm really most excited about in the whole program. That's our Break Out Your Scout Spirit Week. It's our service week. And we are going to ask all participants in the program to write 10 handwritten thank yous each to first responders, healthcare
Wow.
workers, and teachers.
Nice.
Right now, we've got a little over 3,600 participants registered for this program.
Holy cow.
That could be 36 to 40,000 thank you notes sent out to the people that are really out there putting themselves at risk and ensuring that we can get through this as well as possible. We'll also have some other service things like, record a nice note video to send over to a local nursing home.
Great.
So we really want to, we're focused on safety, focused on training, having a lot of fun, but also still doing service. As you go forward in the program, we'll still be doing backyard campouts and hikes and all that kind of stuff as well. But we wanted to bring some unique feel to this particular home scouting project.
Yeah, I think it's important to keep that spirit of scouting going, keep the flame, as we've been saying, but also do a good turn daily. And what does that look like when you're homebound? And so those are all great ideas that folks can take away. I'm just amazed that this thing has really spread the distance and over 3,600 folks registered. And I'm looking, you're entering week 3, we're entering into the Scout Spirit Week. What happens if I just learned about this today through this Keep the Flame Spark session? How do I get on board?
Well, we've been blown away by the response to it kind of caught fire real quick. As I mentioned, 3,600 participants right now.
Wow.
Over 48 states. We have some people in Puerto Rico. We have someone from the Far East Asia Council participating. It's really resonated out there, which is exciting for us. We initially built it for Buckeye Council families to support them, but it's something that a lot of people are finding some good value in. And so we've kind of modified it a little bit. Anybody can participate, even though we're pushing it out. The Spring Breakout Award that will be earned will be mailed directly to every family, each participant at the conclusion of this. And that award will not say Buckeye Council on it. It's going to be just a scouting award. And if you're just learning about this today, please go and register. You can come at this a couple ways. We just launched week 2 yesterday. It rolls out on Mondays each week. So you're really not behind at all. You can get started and stay on track by catching up on the week 1 activities, or can start where we are now and just do week 1 later. We're going to leave this out there after the initial 6 weeks. People can continue to sign up. They can do it at their own pace. And then we have a reporting tool that they can log in simply online, let us know when they've completed things, and we'll recognize them with the award. So if you're just learning about this today, you can go to buckeyecouncil.org/homescouting and get registered. You'll immediately get a communication from us with next steps, and we would love to have you be a part of this project.
That's great. So what I'm hearing is maximum flexibility. Don't let that hold you back. And we've been pushing this program through our communications since we started this whole distance scouting period. So, but it was buried in an email somewhere. And so a lot of folks may be finding out about it today. So if I do find out about it today, what do I need to participate? Is there anything special?
No, not at all. Go register. We're going to deliver to you on a weekly basis and immediately from whenever you sign up, a curriculum guide each week. You can also see those on our website, that same place I mentioned. And it's several pages each week of detailed what to do, where to go. It's linked out from that document to all the resources. So even if you don't have your Cub Scout handbook handy, or that merit badge pamphlet for that thing that you want to start on, we've got it all linked in the document, so you can find it and be able to reference that through your device and get to work. We're picking things that can easily be done at home. And one other point about accessibility, some of the stuff you may have already completed. You may
Oh, that's a good
start and
point.
say, you know what, we already did our cyber chip award this week, or I
Yeah.
just updated my youth protection training. Great, you're that much further to earning the spring breakout award. And maybe it's a good time to refresh on those things or jump to the additional activities. There's more packed into each week than you're going to be able to accomplish alongside your homeschooling activities that you're doing at home with your kids, and general things if you're working from home, all that kind of stuff. Our days are surprisingly full right now during this time, and so I think you'll find more to offer in this than you can complete. But for those required activities, if you already did it, then you're just ahead of the game.
That's great. Well, I really appreciate it, and this helps every scout, and I thank you guys for sharing this, intellectual property out there, and creating a program that people can jump on board and just bolt onto. I think it's really important right now. As we move forward through however many days this distance scouting period might last, are there some other things that you'd like to share with our Miami Valley Council scouters that might be good hacks or tips or tricks that you guys have thought about? You guys seem to have this whole package here, so we're excited.
Well, I think that I would say more on a little bit of a personal note. I have found that there is a silver lining in the challenging circumstances that we find ourselves in, and that's that me as a dad, I as a dad have a lot more time to spend at home, engaged with my kids, doing schooling or scouting, whatever the case may be, and take advantage of that. Take advantage of programs like this. Take advantage of that time that you may not have again in such a prolonged way to really sync up as a family. Home scouting is as much about helping to have our kids stay on track towards their rank advancement and to stay engaged in scouting as it is about helping families to continue to create memories. There's a little home scout right there, and helping families create those memories that scouting has always provided, right?
Yeah. Yep.
It's just one way that we can try to be of service during this time and keep the excitement alive, so that this summer we're back at camp. Next fall we're back launching a new school year, kids working towards that next strength. So that's not much of a hack. That's just what I kind of challenge myself with every day is to take advantage of this time. Of course, stay healthy, try to have as much fun as possible. We're looking ahead to if this thing extends longer, do we extend the home scouting curriculum out into more of an ongoing thing, or do we kind of come up with it would probably still be under home scouting, but just some other type of initiative.
Sure.
I think it's up to our volunteers to give us feedback and say, here's what we're looking for. It's up to guys like you and me to talk and say, how can we collaborate and try to create incredible opportunities for our families, even though they're mostly stuck indoors right now.
Right. Well, and I think scouting plays a tremendous role of just keeping a sense of normalcy and keeping things light around the household. I think it can be, we can get tripped up as adults and we're trying to, see what's over that next hill. And I think we're all sort of in that mode right now. And so if home scouting or whatever scouting program you're doing, I think it's just important to do something to keep the flame, to keep scouting in your kids and your youth's lives right now. So I think this is a great thing, and I appreciate you guys sharing it, and I appreciate you coming on today and spending a few minutes with all of us. And really thank you guys for everything you're doing. This is a unique time, and this is just a cool program, and I'm excited about our Miami Valley Council families to jump on board with this, and I hope you do. We'll have links under this video and also on our website to the Buckeye Council and their home scouting program. And Nathan, thanks again for coming on board with us today. Give my best to all the great folks in the Buckeye Council in Northeast Ohio, and until next time, keep the flame, keep it lit. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please make sure you hit the like or subscribe button below. And if you have an interesting story that helps us keep the flame lit, make sure you leave it in the comments below. Until then, keep the flame, keep it lit. We'll see you next time.